Hello everyone, welcome to part 7 of this series. In this segment, we'll make a good amount of pesetas, throw ourselves in the trash, and fight a mini-boss, who isn't actually as hard as some may think. By this point, you either have reached your goal, or are very close to doing so. We are nearing the end of the series, and by then we should have more than enough cash to throw around. Without further ado, let's hop right into
Resident Evil 4.
Picking up from where we left off, go around the corner and follow the path down the hallway. There's a crate here, so don't forget to get it, as it is guaranteed to have magnum rounds inside. After going through the door, you will find that you are now in a laboratory, and the ominous music is now cut. Turning the corner, you will come face to face with one of the scariest enemies in the game.
No!
Now you may feel the urge to go back to where you came, but don't fret, this enemy is actually a walk in the park. Plus, every kill with this enemy type grants 5,000 pesetas to fill your pockets. Solve the simple puzzle to open the doorway and loot whatever you can before picking up the keycard. Doing so will trigger the enemy, also known as Regenerator, to start approaching you. Now don't panic. I know the spooky theme and staggered breathing may sound scary, but there are 3 different things you could do. You could either die, pump this enemy full of lead, or use a neat trick that I will show you soon. After defeating the Regenerator, you are rewarded with the money it drops and a gem which you could find near the enemy's bed. From here you will go back through the door you entered the area from, only to find that another Regenerator has found comfort standing right in the middle of the hallway for some reason. Remember the trick I mentioned? Option 3? Well, it is called knifing the Regenerator. By shooting its leg and making it fall, you can get up close and knife it to death before it throws a single attack in your direction. Although this takes a little longer than conventional guns or grenades, it saves you a lot of ammo and requires a lot less risk. Considering I am a professional run-through, regenerators can be a problem for ammo consumption, but no more. Continue down the hallway. You will hear the breathing of another regenerator, but he is at a locked door. I choose to take them out earlier to avoid worrying about it a few minutes later. Regardless though, you must enter the freezer first. Inside the freezer there is a card reader that will rewrite your card. Next to this machine is a button that will shut down the freezer. This will allow you to retrieve a very special item. Once you open the vault, you will retrieve a thermal scope that can be attached to your sniper. This can be used to view different plaga inside a regenerator, allowing you to take them out as little as 3 to 4 shots. After getting out of the freezer, head down the hall and use your upgrade key on the door. From here, you could use a crane to throw enemies into a pit, allowing you to save ammo and sparing you the chance of being hurt. Once the area is clear, you could go into the area where you could find an emerald on the last dumpster in the room. Now I'm not really going to cover this next section, not too much to talk about. Just take down any enemies in your way and get to the basement area. After reaching the basement, you will quickly come face to face with the Iron Maiden. This variant of the Regenerator is a tough one, and because of its spikes, you can't do the knife trick 100% accurately. This is where the infrared scope comes in handy. Unlike the normal Regenerator who have 3 to 4 plaga, the Iron Maiden has 5, and 1 is always on the back, making it a bit harder to kill. The Iron Maiden will drop the storage room card key upon being killed. This can be used to free Ashley from where she's imprisoned. There's a lot of loot in the area where the Iron Maiden is found, so make sure to loot everything before returning to Ashley. After freeing her, you're basically just fighting your way through different enemies trying to get back to the pit that you dropped enemies into.
Leon.
You okay? Come on, let's get out of here. Looks like this is it.
Oh, it stinks.
Sure does.
No way, Leon.
Way.
After jumping down the garbage chute, you will find that Ashley has landed on an Iron Maiden. I will go ahead and show you guys why the knife trick will not work on them. I actually had a little trouble here because there are 2 Iron Maidens in this area, and I was trying to save my sniper rounds for the second enemy. Shortly after escaping, you'll have to use Wrecking Ball to break open an entrance. I normally command Ashley to pull the switch while I'll defend her here. After breaking open the entrance, you will enter an area that has 2 or more regenerators. Use the knife method here. This should be the last area where this enemy type will be a problem, so you should be able to discard your infrared scope afterward. You can then make your way down the hall, pressing the buttons and pulling the levers needed to progress. The merchant is in a little room here. Sell any treasure you have collected, as well as the scope.
Wait.
Help me! Help me! Nice.
The area with the bulldozer is pretty self-explanatory. Somehow Ashley knows how to operate one, there's a lot of enemies, and the spawns are dumb, but you'll get through it. This is by far one of my least favorite parts in the game, but the end result will be worth it, so just hang in there. After crashing through the wall, make sure you check everything around you. There will be a grenade, 5,000 pesetas, and the Stone of Judgment that will be inserted into a treasure later. The merchant is also here, so sell any random things you wouldn't need before progressing. Unsurprisingly to everyone, Ashley gets taken again. After the cutscene plays out, you could find another 5,000 pesetas to the left of the staircase. Make your way through the section collecting any loot along the way. After the Krauser QuickTime event, you will enter a high-tech area. There are lasers that you have to carefully make your way through. I will let this play out as this is an unnecessarily cool scene. Before leaving this room, don't forget to shoot down the treasure hidden on the other side. Go down the elevator, and once you reach the next area, go to the merchant and sell anything you don't need.
Welcome. Got some rare. What are you selling? Is that? Ah, thank you. What are you buying? Come.
This isn't a requirement, but like other bosses, I purchased an RPG. You're about to be tossed into a fight with you three, dubbed It by Sadler. Feel free to grab any loot around the fallen containers before they crash into the void. As far as I know, there isn't much treasure, and your main reward is the pesetas you get for killing the boss. Upon leaving this area, there's a small encampment of enemies. Take them out using your knife, explosive barrels, bullets, or kicks. Inside one of the tents is a ladder leading underground. As you follow the path, don't forget to check both side halls, as one contains 5,000 pesetas and the other contains the blue stone of treason, which you could use to complete your Link's artifact.
Thank you.
After selling your treasure to the merchant, double check your bottle cap models. This is the last shooting range to catch up on them if you're behind. This seems like a good spot to stop the video. Considering that this is part 7, it seems smart that the next video should be the finale. In part 8, the finale, I will show you how to fight Krauser, get through the most dangerous part of the game, and take down Sadler once and for all. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.